Hi guys and gals, Shane Stevenson here at the Buffalo Naval Park. And for today's video, we're going to be covering a little bit deeper dive into USS Little Rock's participation in NATO exercises throughout her time in service. Of course, a lot of the current events have some muddied waters regarding the United States' relationship with NATO. And so I thought it was time to talk about one of our vessels that you can visit here at the Naval Park and her involvement with NATO throughout her time. So I have a PowerPoint, and let's begin checking that out. A little of the background of NATO. Here's a great shot in Paris. Of course, you can see the imposing Eiffel Tower in the background. These are the member countries involved, and they are preparing the document for West Germany to sign to become a member of the NATO alliance. And this is about 1954. I believe they joined in 1955. And so this was the agreement hashed out between the representative countries that were already in the NATO alliance and the government of West Germany. So NATO is an alliance of countries from Europe and North America. They provide a unique link between two continents, enabling them to consult and cooperate in the field of defense, security, and crisis management. This is the current listing of member countries, and in parentheses, the year they joined. So if you see 1949, they are a charter member or a founding member of NATO. So Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, and it goes all the way down to the United States in 1949 as well. And then you can see the years that subsequent countries have been brought in and accepted into the NATO alliance. And of course, right now, Ukraine has asked to become part of the NATO alliance. Of course, the major pillars of NATO is the political and military. Political is building trust between countries, coming to defense and security related issues. And for the military, it's really the defense clause, the Article 5 of the United Nations mandate that says an attack on one is an attack on all. And it's building that shield that was really necessary during the Cold War. And now with the growing different axes that are developing in today's political landscape, it's just as important today. The only time the Article 5 has been invoked was after the 9/11 attacks, where NATO countries came to the defense of the United States. Here are some operations that are going to be taking place from January to June of this year. They might be wrapping up Steadfast Dart. That was January to March of this year, and that was taking place in Romania, Bulgaria, and Greece. And it was in the domains of air, land, sea, cyber, and space. The United States did not take part in Steadfast Dart, and they might not take place or take participation in the others that are listed here, the other NATO exercises. And for 2026 and beyond, that is still muddied and up in the air. So specifically for Little Rock, through her 1960 to 76 guided missile cruiser service, she participated in 9 NATO exercises. You'll see some just generic photos of various exercises through the 60s and 70s, right? Focus your attention on the left. That is the USS Little Rock during Strong Express off the Norwegian coast. That is a short film from the organization British Pathé or British Path, which is a digitization site. And their short video about this Strong Express off of Norway shows some nice film of the USS Little Rock getting refueled from AO 108, which is the USS Pawcatuck, if I'm pronouncing that right, or Pawcatuck. Forgive me for not pronouncing it correctly. For our archival collections here at the Naval Park, it is a little bit spotty. And certainly for the Sullivans and Croker, there are many large gaps in their service history post-World War II. One of the manuscript collections that I relied on for this was the command histories of the USS Little Rock, which are year in reviews written by the captain of the vessel. Ours don't even start until 1966. So there's 6 years or 5 years of Little Rock history where I don't have access to the command histories. Although I did use it for the video I did a few years ago on the USS Liberty incident, where I read from the captain's and the CO's report. I will link that and the prior video I did is Cold War Partners, the USS JFK and the USS Little Rock. I will link those in the description. But you'll see here, I've even listed they were attached to NATO Strike Force Atlantic, the part of the 2nd Fleet, and then part of the NATO fleet in 61 and 65. Right, in 1969, they participated in 2, Dawn Patrol and Deep Furrow. I know Dawn Patrol was usually the NATO exercises for the Mediterranean Sea. So you'll see they also participated in Mediterranean Sea's Dawn Patrol in 70. Strong Express was off the Norwegian coast. Deep Furrow 73 was near Turkey, so that might be where they participated in 1969 as well. 1975, again, Dawn Patrol, and 1976, Dawn Patrol, both Mediterranean and off the island of Sardinia in the Mediterranean Sea. Here's another shot of, it's always fascinating when you can find film of the USS Little Rock, or if you're in love with a ship and you find film of it in service that you didn't know was available before. So based on that still photo I showed a couple slides ago, that it was taken from a helicopter, and that film has the helo flying right over the Pawcatuck and the USS Little Rock, and there's a nice shot of both as the helo is flying overhead. So again, given the muddy waters of the political sphere these days, I thought it was important to show that no doubt USS the Sullivans and Croker were both attached to the 2nd Atlantic Fleet and the 6th Fleet. It just is finding were they attached to those fleets during NATO exercises. Something tells me they were. I just don't have actual evidence of that yet. And from what I can glean from cruise books and the command histories and the USS Little Rock website as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your questions, comments, of course, your thoughts. Please subscribe, like the video, and thank you for all of your support. We'll see you again soon.